If we have any questions, we can discuss. Yes.
How to be successful in spiritual life?
Very simple. If you want to enjoy in this material world, how to enjoy in this material world? How to become successful here in this material world? By deciding, I want to be successful, I work hard to get whatever I need for my enjoyment. So if you want to be successful in spiritual life, then with the same intensity you run for sense gratification in this world, you run towards the Lord. With the same desire. Desire is important, and sincerity. We cannot go to the temple, or we cannot go to the company somewhere to get a job or to found the foundation or ever we want to enjoy this world. No, we have to pay the price. We have to work for many lifetimes perhaps. We are struggling to get what we want in this world. So in the same way, if you want to come out from this circle of samsara, birth, disease, old age, death, again and again, then you have to become sincere. You cannot take your material mentality to enjoy to the transcendental world. Because who is the enjoyer? Who is the real enjoyer? It is the Supreme. Where we are coming, we are all part and parcels of Him. So now we want to imitate Him. We want to enjoy here. But if you understand first, I can be only happy, I can only experience real life when I please Him, because He is the only enjoyer. We are imitators. We are imitating Him in this material world. We try to become Him. And this way we are going to take birth here, where we can imitate, we can live our dream. So desire and sincerity is the most important thing. What I want. And everybody gets according to his desire. Everybody gets what he deserves. This is material life, and if you want to live in the eternal world, then you have to leave this mentality of I am the enjoyer, I am the doer, I am the controller, I can change anything. No, we cannot change anything. We cannot stop birth, we cannot stop old age, we cannot stop disease. It's only just like children playing I think we can build a house and then it gets destroyed. So we cannot stop old age, we cannot stop death. There's no way. Whatever is between, it is according to our past activities. We have to enjoy or we have to suffer certain things accordingly. This is the law of this material world, this plane where we are moving. This is the teachings, spiritual teachings. This is beyond the karma counterpart. It comes to this Vaishnavism. It is in the Srimad, the Bhagavad, and in the certain Shastras we know South India, there's Ramanuja, then Madhvacharya, the Kumara Sampradaya, and Lord Shiva comes from Sampradaya also. It's also Vaishnava Sampradaya. Shambhu, he is the greatest devotee, Lord Shiva. What they are doing, they all have some duties in this material universe. Brahma, position to create. And Shiva's position is he will destroy this universe. Indra, he has different Vayu, Varuna, Durga, all have some duty here. They are expansions, powerful expansion of the Lord. They are controlling this material universe. But when you come to see Krishna, what duty he has? He is playing flute, dancing. He is the highest. He is the first. Ishvara Bharama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vikraha Anadi Adiya Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Supreme Ishvara, Supreme Lord, Krishna Govinda. He is Satchit Ananda. Satchit Ananda means full of knowledge, he knows everything, he is eternal, he is Satchit Ananda, he is always happy. He is not depending on anyone. We are depending on him. This has to be understood also. And the Vikraha, he has a form, but not a form like we have here, flesh, matter, water, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind. It's all material energies we use here. When you want to go there, to the eternal plane, when you want to wake up from this dream, what we are dreaming here, it is called Maya, that what is not, or illusion. Then we have to give up attachments in this world. But we are not different persons when we go there. We are the same person. It's just that we are now covered by illusion. So that's something, I don't know, this will be not so easily be understood. You may have some question on topics or you want to know. I suppose you are biased people. Yes.
How to start the spiritual journey by living in a family like
the eyes of a pure devotee are like this, that actually the Lord, there's nothing existing outside of the Lord. Everything is a manifestation of His energy. This body, the mind. So if you become conscious that whatever we can see with these eyes, whatever we can hear, whatever we can smell, taste or touch, it is only external energy. But it is also an energy of the Supreme Lord. But it is the lower energy, matter. Then there's the mind, it is subtle energy, also material energy, belongs to the material, because we are mind, our mind is always engaged in finding out. So when you try to see everything is Him, and He is sitting in your heart, and He is in every living being, He is present. In every atom, there is nothing existing outside of Him. When you become step by step, you become conscious, you will understand deeper. You get deeper realizations, or you will understand that the difference between material life and eternal life, spiritual life. Yeah, did I forget something? Or you want to something deeper understanding? It is not easy to make a step from our brain to the understanding spiritual life. Because if we would understand it, we would not be here. So it is our desire that we are here. Yes, we cannot blame the Lord. He just says, you're okay, you can decide. He gives us free will. You can have a relation with me, or you can try to become like me. Means I want to enjoy. Why only you want to enjoy? I also want to enjoy. I want to be the boss. Why you? And this is the turning point where we are covering, or illusion covers us. Step by step, from the subtlest to the gross. Now we have attained the most gross. We are imprisoned in this body. We cannot travel so fast. If you want to go to, when you're an Austrian, or you want to come to Austria, you need visa, you need to take a plane, many things. If you come to the more subtle plane, mind, mental plane, yogis know this, then in 1 second you're in India, or in Austria, or wherever you want to go. But this is unknown to us. We have not experience of these things. I was living 50 years ago. 50 years. In South India. And I was living with one of these mystic yogis. So I want to know if this is truth, it was already me, I was studying all kind of philosophers, and Bhagavad Gita was the last one I got, and then I thought, oh, this is there's many secrets there. I want to know if this is truth. So I went to Sri Lanka, and from Sri Lanka I went to Rameshwaram. There I stayed some time and met this yogi. I was living with him, traveling on the island of Rameshwaram. It was a very good experience, and he showed me, yes, there's another world than this world what we are living. There's a subtle world, but this is still material world also. So it's very, very mystical actually. I experienced it this time. This is mystic, and unfortunately we have forgotten all these things. Now we become dependent on the material things, on the material world. We are suffering under the influence of illusion. So when we are want to know what is beyond this, what is going deeper, then this can be a whole family. In your family life you can all speak about these things and find, when you are sincere, you will find someone who will help. Krishna is sitting in your heart. And he will send someone to teach, to bring you further. And your family is, you have to do your duty. But our consciousness can be, I can be conscious that the Lord is everywhere. He is inside, he is outside. So if I please him, then everyone else is also pleased. If you go only for my pleasure, then I have to make so many fights I have to go through. That's because in the shloka is given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how to start with spiritual life is Trinarapi Sunichina, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanina Amanadena, Kirtaniya Sudahari. We must become more tolerant than a blade of grass. Or we must become more humble than a blade of grass. And we must become more humble than a tree. Tree is not lamenting, give me something to drink, or even if you cut the tree, he will not protest. He tolerates. Trinarapi Sunichina, Darorapi Sahishnana. And we should give respect all living beings, to all living beings. Why? Because we are not giving respect to the body, we are giving respect to the Lord in the heart of the body, because we are all spiritual beings and the Lord is also there. Atma and Paramatma. So we respect all. So whoever may be, he may be my enemy, but I will respect because the Lord is sitting also in his heart. And I should not expect that in return they have to respect me. This mentality, this shloka is very important if I want to know, if I want to go deeper into this subject matter. You're born in India, natural usually. You are Your covering is not so thick than the Western. You should break up. You should not. You should be all teacher of the real life. Is anything more to say? Any question? Yes?
I just feel that, and all of us directly or indirectly indulge and are beneficiary of the material world, right? The progress that we have made, material progress, everything is. So, in this aspect, do you think there is possibility to strike balance between material world and then spirituality, or our role in that?
On the way towards spiritual life, this may come. We know that in the past, from the history, Mahabharata, you may read, there are so many kings and Bhagavatam described or in the Puranas who were such great personalities, like Bharat Maharaj or Bali, Prahlad. They all were great, great personalities. They had all opulence. They were the lords of Bharatvarsha. Means at this time this was civilized. Was India was the main. There was never in Western countries. They were like aborigine, very primitive. But at first culture was there from the beginning. The danger is now that we have forgotten this. It is not that we cannot be rich, We have to give up our attachment to this. Because one day you have to go and you cannot take anything with you. You don't know what next lifetime will bring. If you make mistakes, you may take birth and you may become, like the astrologers find out, I think Nehru it was, he was a president, I think, of India. And he took birth in Sweden, in the family of the king but not as a human. He took birth as a dog, means they are big dogs. He was there. So they were caring nicely for him there, but he was in the body of a dog. So it's no guarantee. We cannot choose it. It will be chosen by Maharaj or by higher authorities what part we will take. So there's no guarantee. So then we are getting detached from whatever we may have, family, all these things. We are all parts of the Lord. We belong. We can be family in the transcendental world also. There's the Vaikunta, Vishnu Loka. There are so many family coming every day to take darshan of Lord Vishnu. And different relations to the Lord, different form he takes the Lord. The most intimate is Krishna in Vrindavan. There nobody knows him as God. But they have such a loving and sweet relation with him. They cannot think anything else. The whole day they meditate, they think of Krishna, what is he doing now? What he is in the forest and caring for the cows. So there's many different levels in the transcendental plane. This is a tunnel plane. And we can enter, even if we are in the body, we can enter this pastime. But then we have to give up attachment to this bodily conception, this material conception. If you want to know mystic, then you must come in the present. You must think in the present. Present is reality. Past is gone. If you think about the past, you're living in the past. It is only in mental. If you live in the future, it's not yet here, but you must think in the present. Then you know all the mystic power you may not understand now. You will understand how it works, this world. I forgot the question. Did I?
In this regard also, I have a question. On the one hand, we see that Lord governs everything, right? Because of our faith and because of our belief, which is good. But what do you think is the reason for the origin of our thoughts? Because our thoughts can be translated to actions, and the actions is what basically causes us to see things around us, whether it be material progress or whatever, or maybe a part of spirituality, right? So if we think that in everything is done by God, then how does one take things into his hand and try to channelize those thoughts in the right direction?
We are based on the Tatastha Shakti, means the neutral stage. We can see the transcendental world, we can see also material. And not with these eyes, we are not in a body now. I speak from the most subtle. So we are free to decide what we want. Then you may decide, I want to stay in this stage, Brahman it's called, in a neutral state, or Tatastha Shakti. Then one thought may come. You look to the material plane, you may be attracted to the creation of some thing, and you may want to see what is this, or I want, you become inquisitive perhaps, and then you go there, but you come back again to your state. And then you realize, yeah, there's nothing happened. I can come back. But then you get addicted after some time. And then when you become addicted or attached to some, whatever it may be, in the material world, then you get covered by the different elements. Bhumi, Apo, Naro, Vayu, Kambano, Buddhi, Evaja, Ahankara, Ikyame, Binna, Prakriti, Ashtata. There are 8 coverings. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intellect. They are the subtle energy, mind, intellect. And then there's the Ahankara, false ego. you may identify with this what you have decided to see. You start to identify yourself as one of them. And when you get covered by this illusion, in a very subtle way, in a very high level, you may forget who you are. Then the super soul may enter you. She is always with us. And then by this illusion we may go to lower. It is told in the Shastra, you go down to the smallest or the lowest species of life, and then you again come up. You may become demigod, you may become a demon, you may become a horse. Everything, all you must test. When we are getting covered. Because now we have forgotten. Now we are in a state we have forgotten our real position. Now we identify with, I am Indian, I am this, I am that, I am a man, I am a lady. This is temporary. It is just, we think 100 years is a long time. But in the life of Brahma, it is just a few seconds. It is not. It is only for our, we think it is long life. I have some small flies, it's called, how do you call it, Mücken? Mücke, you understand? Very small. Every day I see them, but in the next day they all left the body. They lay there dead. For them it's also 100 years. It's one lifetime. The demigods, they are the higher planetary systems. Their 6 months is one night and 6 months is one daytime of our calculation. Because they have, I do not know actually astrology or astronomical calculation that they do, because the sun is going half 6 months daytime, 6 months nighttime. So they feel they are getting 10,000 years. For us it is much. But the fly may also think. The humans, they live very long. We think also we live long. I remember just my youth. I joined, I was very young. I went to the temple. And now I am more than 70. The time passes so fast. It was just like yesterday. It goes very fast. And we cannot avoid that we have to leave this prison house here. This is reality. I can make my illusion, that the ladies nowadays, they put everywhere plastic, and I don't know, they look when they're 60, they want to look like 20. It looks horrible, I think, to feel. This is how illusion is working, We're thinking we are the body, and they think the body must be attractive, and we want to enjoy up to the last moment. But we are not thinking, I have to prepare what will be after. We forgot. This we should give some time. That's because Mahaprabhu, he told us the way. He is the Yugavada. Every Yuga he appears and he is inventing the process of how to go back again to our original state. And in this age now, this shloka is very important. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kivalam, kalo nasti, kalo nasti, kalo nasti eva, kati anyataha. In this age of Kali, we are not very intelligent because we cannot, we only concentrate on matter. We cannot, subtle things we cannot perceive, we are blind. The only way in Kali Yuga is the chanting of Hari name, Harinama, 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 3 times. It is in many shastras, in Purana, in Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. This process is given. And if you want to make or understand a little more about spiritual life, then I would suggest you try to chant the name. These are very powerful sound vibrations. It is relieving, gives relief to, or it makes us, it purifies us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the mind becomes calm if you chant and hear properly. Then you advance, you will see that Krishna Nam and Nami, Krishna Nam, sound is not different from Krishna himself. He will appear to you. When this happened, then you don't worry anymore. Then you are saved. Then you are not afraid of anything, whatever may come, because you understand. Not the cars make the climate change, or all this nonsense. Krishna is still in charge of this. Nature is, we are insignificant, you know. Nature is under higher control. What we think, we are so stupid that we are thinking we can control nature. We cannot even say what 2 days what weather will come. But they say we will die in 2 years, 3 years or 10 years. And people are following these things. They are not. It is a dangerous world. We are living in an illusion, in an unreal world. We have to leave anyway this planet, or this body. And this will not be whatever they think it. When the time is coming, we have to go. And this is under higher control, under the Lord's control. Not he personally, but he has his expansions. Yamaraj, you know, who is Yamaraj? He will come. Or the Vishnudutas will come. It depends on us. So we can decide, and whatever we decide, we will get or not get, according to our past activities. So we can, at least pious life is favorable. If you live pious life, you may go to the heavenly planet, but you have to come back also afterwards and try again. So, anything more to say? Anything more to say? You have some more question? Can cover this? Sorry. Yes.
So we are always told that we are only we have the right only on our karmas, but the truth the Lord will decide, and we have no control over the on the results. So we have this intellectual understanding that okay, we just do the karma and the Lord will eat the fruits. But how can we convert that intellectual understanding into an experiential understanding?
We have to always go to the basis, to the beginning. We have to understand first that every reaction, every desire has a reaction. So our result of our desire is now you're sitting here. And you are successful or not successful or in spirit or in material life, this is it is controlled by the demigods, not Krishna himself. Is playing the flute and is not engaged with such things. But those who are in charge of, there are 33 million demigods. They are in charge of digestion, of blinking our eyes. What do you think if nobody, if you have to remember that blinking your eyes, you would forget. And you try, you would, it would be a very big problem. Or you forget to digest. Or somebody has to arrange that your heart is pumping. Or if you must consciously do it, that's like, oh, forget it. Go on. Then we could not survive. So it is torn by other power, a higher power. What was the question?
My question was like, we are always told that we have the right on the karma, but not the fruits of the karma. So you just do your work and dedicate it to Krishna and just forget about the results. Whatever you want, you will get. So we always have the intellectual and understanding of this thing, but how can we develop it into experiential understanding?
Every action has a reaction. Yeah. So, but we are, not only the good activities have reaction, also our not so good activities or even thoughts have reaction. So this is how this is working. It would be it would be almost impossible to because we do not know our past life, what our activities were in the past. You may remember or not. but usually we do not remember. So things will come. It seems that is by accident, but it actually nothing happens out of Zufall. What meant it? By chance. Everything, every whatever that you're sitting here now is also not by chance. And it is, you must give him the control. You must understand that he's everything. We are also him. We are part of him. And but now we are under the control of his external energy, and he expands in different responsible or qualified demigods who are in charge of this. I don't know if I touched the question. Something more? Otherwise we can continue next time. Next year. You make this every year or more often?
This is our first year.
Oh.
We would like to think about next year.
1 year time, long time. We think like this. Okay, then we can close here. Jai Sri Gurudeva Ki Jai. Jai Guru Premanandi. Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kipasindubhyaivacha Paditan Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo.